first thing we have to do is to draw out our layout. Okay. Now, because if you look at that picture, you see that there's a line coming up like this. There's another line here. There's another line horizontal like this. So we need to draw out the layout before we start. So first thing is to draw the horizontal line. Now, I can pick any point. Let's assume I pick a point here. Now, you see that from this point, there's a line coming up here. So I will draw that line using our set square. This is 90 degree. This is 30 degree. This is 60 degree. Okay. So the line is at 90 degree to this horizontal line. So I will draw a line like this, straight line. Now you see that there's another line that comes like this, but the distance between this line and this line is what is given to be 90 millimeter, as you can see. So 90 millimeter is the same thing as 9 centimeter. So I'll measure 9 centimeter here. So you see that there's another line coming straight like this. So I will draw the line. Now you will see that there's another line coming here like this. So the distance from here to the line is given to be, you see it at the left hand side there, 65 millimeter, and that is 6.5 centimeter. So I will draw the line. Now, in case you don't have T square, you can make use of ruler. I will teach you how you can use your ruler to draw a straight line like this. Now, you see, always use this 10 and 8. Always use 10 and 8 in your ruler. Why? Because you see that the line of 10 and the line of 8 here, they match the same. That is, they align with each other. So if you look at others, the line of 8 here and this one does not match. But we always use 10 and 8, as I've said. So I will place it here because I want a straight horizontal line. So I will make sure that the 8 and 10 line match with this line, just as you can see here. So I will draw a straight line like this. Now, this for this aspect. You now see that from here along this line, there's a line that comes like this too. There's a line that comes like this. So we need to draw the line. But for us to get the line, you need to know the distance from here to the line. And the distance from here to that line is given here to be 45 millimeter, and that is 4.5 centimeter. So I'll measure 4.5 here. I think. Okay, so I will draw a straight line. Don't forget that I say you always use your 8 and in case you don't have T square. All right, this is our layout. Then we can proceed to draw the circles and every other necessary things. Now, let's start here. You see that here we have a small circle here, and the small circle is given to be, the diameter of the small circle is given to be 26 millimeter. Now, let me show you something quickly. Wherever you see something like this in a circle, wherever you see something like this simply means, if for example, now let's assume you see arrow 20 here, it simply means radius of 20. Okay, but wherever you see something like this simply means diameter. You know, a line that divides a circle into two equal parts is called diameter. So if you see something like this and 26 like this, now it's telling you that the diameter of the circle is 26. Please take note of these two things, they are very important. Okay, now this small circle is given to be diameter of 26. So the radius will be what? The radius will be 13. Okay, so I will measure 13 from my ruler. As this 13 millimeter is same thing as 1.3 centimeter. So I'll place it here. I will construct a circle. you can make the circle, you can make it bold. It's a complete circle, so you can make it bold. You make it bold. All right. Now you will see that there's another circle here. There's a small circle here too. So the small circle is given a diameter of 30 millimeter. 30 millimeter. Don't forget that I told you that wherever you see something like this, it represents diameter. So the diameter is 30 millimeter. So our radius will be 15 millimeter, and that will be 1.5 centimeter. So you measure 1.5 centimeter in your ruler. You place it here. You make it bold. Now you see that there is there's an arc here, and there's another arc here. So there's a line that join the two arc together, here and here. So first thing is we need to know the arc. The arc is a circle, but just that it is not a complete circle. Okay, even the arc here is a circle, it's not a complete circle. So we need to know the radius of the arc. Now for this side, you see that the arc here has a radius of 30 millimeter. So that is 3 centimeter. So I'll measure 3 centimeter. I hope you know how to convert from millimeter to centimeter. If you are converting from millimeter to centimeter, you divide by 10. So when we have 30 divided by 10, that will be 3 centimeter. So I will make an arc here. Make an arc here. Okay. Then for this side too, we have another arc. So the arc has you can see it is given the radius of 20. So that will be 2 centimeter. That is 20 millimeter. That will be 2 centimeter. So I'll measure 2 centimeter from my ruler. So I will mark an arc here. As I've said, it's not a complete circle. Okay. All right. Now you will see that there's a line that join this arc. You see that there's a line. Now you see that there's a line that join this arc here, join it here. So let's join them together. This is how to join them. Okay. Now you see that there's another circle here, a small circle here. It has a diameter of 20. Okay. So the radius will be 10, and that is the same thing as 1 centimeter. That 10 millimeter there is the same thing as 1 centimeter. So I will measure 1 centimeter. My ruler. So I will place it here. Now you see that there's another bigger circle. circle here with a diameter of 55. The diameter of 55. So so to get our radius, that will be 55 divided by 2. That is 27.5. And then that will be 27.5. So that will be 2.75 centimeter. 27 from here to here is 10 centimeter. And from here to here is 10 millimeter, which is 1 centimeter. Here is 2 centimeter. That will be 20 millimeter. Here is 25. Here is 25 millimeter, and that will be 2.5 centimeter. But we are looking for 2.75. So this will be, if here is 2.5, here will be 2.6, here is 2.7. So in between 2.7 and 2.8 is 2.75. So I will place it here. So I will then extend it. I will extend it. So I'll place it here. I will draw the circle. Now, you will see that there is an external circle here. Let me erase this part. Let me erase it. Now you see that there is an external circle here. It is an external arc here. Now let me show you something. That arc is a circle too, but just it's not complete. We don't need the complete circle. We just need some parts. The way, if you look, notice this one is a complete circle, but we just need only these parts. You understand? So likewise, we need some parts here. Now, I don't know whether you have heard about external and internal arc, or internal, external or internal. Now, if I'm to make this circle, let's assume I'm to make the arc a complete circle like this. Take notes. You know, the radius will be somewhere around here. Now, you notice that the radius of that arc that was given is given to be it was given to be 32. That is, the radius from that point to this point is 32. Now, if I'm to I need to bisect this point. I need to bisect this point so that I can be able to draw the arc. And how am I going to go about it? If I'm to put my compass here, bisect an arc here. Now I will move from this point to this point, then from this point to this point, right? And you know the radius of this arc, that is this, you know, this arc that is a complete circle, right? So you know the radius to be from here to here, any point, from the midpoint to any point in the circumference. So from here to here is the radius, from here to here is radius, from here to here is radius. So from here to here is radius. And I'm coming from here to this point. So I will need to add this radius to this one. I will need to add it. So if I'm to add the radius of this bigger circle here, from here to here, plus the radius of this external circle from here to here, and you know the radius of this to be 27, we know it to be 27.5, and the radius of this external circle to be what? To be 32. So if I'm to add 32 plus 27.5, what will it give us? That will give us 59.5. That will give us 59.5. So I will measure 59.5 from my ruler. And 50 millimeter is same thing as 5 centimeter. 5 centimeter, this is 5.5, 5.6, and we are looking for 59, right? 59.5. You know, this will be 59. So 59.5 will be in between 59 and 6 here. So I will place it here, then extend it to this point. So I will place it here. Okay, then since you already understood my explanation, let me try to erase this thing. So let me try to erase it. I just want to show you something. I'm not saying this is exact point. I'm just using this one to explain what an external arc is. So I will bisect an arc here. See, it is even exactly the point. So now I started from this point, bisect an arc here, right? So I from this point bisect an arc. So I will now place it from this point again to bisect another arc. But now how am I going to do it? Now I will need to know, I told you that if I it the this the it is an external circle. The radius from here to here plus the radius of this circle here, this arc here. So the radius from here to here, it was given to be 30. That will be 30 plus, what is the radius of this external arc? It was given to be 32. So 30 plus 32, that will be 62. So I will measure 62, that is 6.2 centimeter. 62 millimeter is the same thing as 6.2 centimeter when you divide it by 10. So I'll place it here. I will mark another arc. Now you see where these two of them met here, where they join together here, is the point, the midpoint of the external circle. So I will just place it here, then measure the actual radius we're asked to measure, the actual radius. So I will then bisect the arc, and the actual radius is what? It's 32. So I will measure 32 here, and that will be 3.2. So I'll place it here at this midpoint. I will join these two of them together. Okay. Now you see that. There's another arc here. So if I'm to make this arc complete, it's different from this. So this one was external arc outside. So but if I'm to make this one, it comes like this, right? If I'm to make it complete, it is called internal. For this one now, I added the radius together. But in this aspect now, I will not add. I will do what? I will subtract the radius. Okay. So reverse is the what? Is the case, because this is internal. So you will see that the radius is given along here like this. It was given to be 70. So now I will not add the radius of this bigger arc circle. I will just subtract it from that 70. So the radius of this bigger circle here, it was 27.5, and the radius of this external arc here, it was a what? It was given to be 70. So I will subtract the radius of this bigger circle from it instead of me adding it. So I will subtract 70 minus 27.5. So that will be 42.5. 42.5. So I will measure 42.5 from my ruler. 40 is this 40 millimeter is same thing as 4 centimeter. So 4.1, 4.2. So this 4.3. In between 4.2 and 4.3 is 42.5. So I will measure 42.5 here. So I'll place it here. I will mark an arc. Okay. Now you will see that now for this side too, I will subtract the radius of this bigger circle from the radius of this arc. The way I subtracted this, the same thing the same thing is also applicable to this. So the radius of this bigger arc here, the radius was given to be 20, right? So I will subtract 20 from 70, and that will be what? 50. So 50 millimeter is same thing as what? 5 centimeter. Same thing as 5 centimeter. So I will place it here. I will mark another arc where they joined here. The two of them joined together here. That is the point of that arc, the midpoint. So I will now play, from this point now, I will then mark the arc, measure it with a radius of what? With a radius of 70 that was given. So that 70 is the same thing as 7 centimeter. 70 millimeter is the same thing as 7 centimeter. Please take note of that. So I will then mark the arc here. Oh wow, this is very good. Fantastic. That's very nice. If you have not subscribed to Tutor Ayodele's video, you are wasting time. If you have not subscribed to this channel, you please do so for more engagement or more tutorial. This is very nice, fantastic. All right. That is very good. So Next thing, you will dimension our work. So that is it. We have come to the end of this video. Please consider to like the video. It's not good if you watch a video like this and you didn't like the video or comment. It's not good. Please share the video, share with your friends, share it across other platforms you have. Share the video, like, comment, and subscribe. It's very important. Subscribe, turn on the notification button so that anytime we upload new video, you can always get notified. Thank you very much for watching. See you in my next video.